Si hablan español, espera al final del video para su mensaje especial.
Hi, Falcon family. First, we just want to say welcome back to school, sort of. We know that this is kind of a crazy situation, but we also want you to know that we miss you greatly, and we are trying to do everything that we can to make this distance learning situation work well. But we do appreciate your patience while trying to make sure that everything is operable and really accessible to you. So anyways, we miss you guys so much. Miss Graffio made a joke earlier that today was the first time every single kid was on time to class. So anyways.
Way to go, Falcons. I knew my prayers would come true. You were on time.
Apparently it takes a crisis for that to occur, but in any case, we're joking. But we do miss you guys a lot. We do have a couple of things we want to talk with you about today that are really, really important, and we just felt like this was going to be the best situation for us to communicate that. So I'm going to open it up first to Mr. Klein, and then he and I are going to jump back and forth, and then every other administrator will also jump in with things that you need to know.
Cool. All right. Thank you, Ms. McCoy. So guys, again, happy Monday to you. Hope that you're doing well. Let's start out with attendance. So there's been some back and forth about attendance. Initially, your secondary teacher was going to be doing an attendance poll with you guys daily. That is no more the case. So I know a lot of you have already been on EDSB and you've already noticed that poll. You do not have to worry about that. We'll be giving that information to teachers. Basically, as long as you are staying active with your teachers daily throughout the week, you'll be counted as present in all of your classes. So ultimately, it is important that you are logging on to EDSB daily, or logging into EDSB daily, that is, making sure you're staying up with assignments, and as long as that teacher can tell that you are being active by engaging that teacher, engaging in group class discussions, and that's what the teacher has outlined, certainly submitting assignments via EDSB, and also potentially Zooming your teachers in different formats, you'll be counted as attendance, as being in attendance, that is.
Yep. Absolutely. The other thing is Mr. Klein was going to kind of mention this too. It's just about the time that you guys are waking up and starting to engage. So I'm going to let him talk about that, and then I'll follow up as well.
So this is not like virtual learning, you guys, in the sense of Florida virtual, where you can kind of come and go. This is still daytime learning hours in the virtual setting. So it's important that you're not sleeping in, and we know some of you have, and we can appreciate that. But guys, spring break is over. So it's extremely important that you guys are getting up and that you are setting yourself a schedule that mirrors what you would be doing here at Leto. So if you're sleeping till 2 o'clock and then you're trying to get all of your assignments in and messaging your teachers at 2 o'clock in the morning, that is not going to work. Not only is that not fair to you in the sense that you don't have enough time to get those assignments done, it's certainly not fair to your teachers who are working normal time to make sure that they're there for you to support your learning. So if school starts at 8:35, it's important that you're up, ready to go at 8:35, and that you are keeping a schedule that does mirror what you do here at Leto. So don't sleep in. There's always time to sleep. It's called the summer. So now make sure that you are in fact on normal school hours to get those assignments done in a timely fashion.
We do want you to understand that we do know that there are many families that are sharing laptops, so we're not saying that you have to specifically be on somewhere at a certain time of the day, but we just want to make sure that you're not waking up at 2 p.m. and then sort of expecting that the teachers are going to be on your hours as well. So teachers are working 7:50 to 3:50 every day. Some of our teachers have chosen to do office hours outside of those times, but the one expectation that we've asked all teachers is to make sure that they reply to you within 24 hours. So just understand that if you send an email message at 2 a.m., it may not be till 24 hours from then that you're getting a response. The other piece of that is we've actually compiled a list of all teacher contact information, their Google Voice numbers, their email addresses, their Zoom IDs, and their office hours, which we're going to post to EDSB at the end of today. Or at least that's the goal. I'm waiting for a couple of other additional informational pieces for that. But you'll be able to see everything on there so that you can kind of keep up with that as well. But teachers are still working their traditional hours because a lot of them are still juggling their own families while also trying to make sure that they've provided everything that you need. So again, just be patient with our teachers. We're trying to be as patient with you guys as possible too as we navigate this. So please know that we're going to need it from both sides. But anyways, just moving on from that piece, we want to make sure that you know that it's really important that you engage every day in this distance learning experience.
And speaking of families, you guys, we do know that you might be sharing a laptop or a computer with a sibling and or either your parents. So we understand that as well. So if in fact that is the case, communication is key. So make sure that you are communicating that with your teachers so it doesn't look like you are waking up at 2 in the afternoon. You might be up in the morning time trying to work, but you also could be sharing a device. And we get that. So that's on you to make sure that you are communicating that. And at this point, hopefully you've reached out via the surveys we have sent out. There's been many, many that have gone out. Mr. Gerke and the crew have done a great job getting those laptops out. If you are still in need of a laptop, Mr. Gerke will talk about that.
Hey everybody, Mr. Gerke here. Talking about laptop distribution. First of all, I hope you all are doing well, that you're staying safe, staying healthy, enjoying the time with your families at home. We handed out a ton of laptops this past week, but if you still need one, we still have a few available. So if you need to contact us to get one, please send me an Edsby message, Drew Gerke on Edsby, or you can go to tinyurl.com/Leto last call, because it is the last call for laptops. Once you fill out that information, we're going to get in contact with you here at the office to set up an appointment for you to come pick it up. Once you pick it up, you're going to meet in front of the school just like this, and someone's going to actually bring you your information to sign. Now, I do have to have a parent with me, so thank you so much, Ms. Raffio. My parent would need to bring their ID. They would hand it off. Thank you so much, Ms. Brown. And we'll fill out this information here, and then once that information is filled out, we verify that, let's say I haven't already picked up a laptop already, or I don't have a sibling that already picked one up. Right now we're pretty much doing one per household until we get more. Then I'll be able to get my ID back, and I'll have the laptop at home. Now here's the thing, y'all. These laptops, they do still belong to the school, so we are happy to give them to you because we definitely need you logging into Edsby every day. But it is a borrowed laptop, so I don't want to see these, on the side of the road, in the Hillsborough River, in a Walmart parking lot. So please take good care of these laptops because they do need to come back. Let's say, for example, that it's asking you for a username and password. That's the case. It shouldn't. Just power this puppy off, and then you'll power it right back on. So there's information in the bag on how to use it. And then there's also tech support if you need help with tech support, because we might not always be here to be able to help you with that. So all that being said, this is an interesting time that we're living in, and we're all doing our best to make it happen. But we're doing our best to take advantage of this academic opportunity, engaging online, and I think we're all getting better for it. We're all getting some new tech skills. So please don't hesitate to reach out, make your academics a priority, and finish this year strong. Appreciate you all, and thank you.
Just a couple of other little pieces. I know that there's been a lot of conversation via social media when the governor said that schools would no longer be receiving grades for the year. So I just want to clarify that so everyone can actually understand what that means. That only means that schools will not be receiving a grade. So for instance, we will not be an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F at Leto High School next year, and that's for Leto High School, which is typically, those grades are assigned based on how well you do as students on your benchmark assessments. But since we're not having an opportunity to engage in those assessments this year, school grades have been canceled for this year. However, what haven't been canceled are student grades, and student grades within the courses that they're currently enrolled in. So that's really, really important for you to understand, and seniors, that's gonna bring me to kind of talk with you first. So seniors, there are a couple of things that you need to be aware of. The state of Florida has relaxed your benchmarks for graduation, which means that if you were waiting on a score for either your ELA FSA or your Algebra 1 EOC, you are golden. This is the chance of a lifetime, an opportunity of a lifetime. You will no longer have to meet that benchmark for graduation, and most of that goes to the fact that every opportunity for you to continue to try to earn that score has been taken away. Even ACT and SAT have canceled tests through a certain date. So while you don't have to have those testing benchmarks, you still have to have a 2.0 GPA and either 24 or 18 credits in the right places depending on what graduation option you're on. So for those of you who think like, oh, we're good, this is it, this is all she wrote, I'm done, I'm a senior and I'm gonna graduate. Everything that happens during this quarter, whether it's distance learning or actually at Leto High School, you are going to be responsible for, and teachers are going to assign grades for that. So there's no reason that every single senior at Leto High School can't walk across that stage this year, seeing as you have every opportunity now to be successful. And that really just looks like making sure that you maintain the work in your classes and that you're communicating with your teachers to ensure that you're being successful as a student.
And so seniors, keep in mind that's imperative in respect to we may or may not have exams. There's been a lot of questions about that. And we've already sent all those questions to the district, and we're waiting to find out. So for instance, if you ended up with an F for third quarter, you have got to rock out fourth quarter in case there's no exams to help average that out.
So what Mr. Klein is trying to say is that we know some of y'all played the game because you're slicksters.
For sure.
And so for those of you who are like, yeah, I'm just gonna get like an F third quarter, a D fourth quarter, and I'm gonna ace my exam, we don't want you to count on that because we don't know what's gonna happen yet. I mean, we don't know from day to day what's gonna happen. Everyone knows that we never probably imagined we'd be on a safer at home order either and not be allowed to leave our homes except for to go to essential places. So because we're not sure what's happening from one day to the next, and because you aren't either, we just want to make sure that you're not putting that in the bank and praying that that's the check that's going to cash itself, which is saving yourself with that exam grade.
For sure. So whatever you end up with third quarter, it is what it is. You've got to rock out fourth quarter. There's no questions about that. You've got to rock that out. And so as soon as we know more information about what the plan is for exams, because right now, at some point, the district does think that we are returning to school, then we'll push that information out to you. All right. Additionally, seniors that are in credit recovery, it is beyond imperative that you guys understand how to take your cumulative exams or tests in those courses. There's been new information sent out from the credit recovery folks and how you have to set up the meeting with your HVS teachers. So those of you that are in daytime credit recovery with Ms. Barrios and Mr. Flores, it's imperative that you have an understanding of how that works. Make sure you are communicating with them. I've asked that they check in with you often, and I've asked that the counselors check in with you often. Because at this point, there's no reason that you're not getting those courses done, because that's all you have to do right now. You're not having to come on campus. In addition to the courses that you're also taking regular classroom setting, but make sure that you guys understand how to set those meetings up. If you have any questions, get with Barrios, get with Flores. Those of you that are with Ms. Prado during the day through adult school, make sure that you are communicating that. Mr. Risher, same concept about taking the test on that, hooking it up with her, correct?
Yes.
All right, so make sure that you're doing that, and certainly those of you that are doing courses at night school with the teachers, many of whom teach here at Leto, make sure that you are communicating. Anything adult school specific question-wise, please reach out to Mr. Risher. That way he can help you navigate that. But we can't wait till May to answer this question. So make sure you understand now what to do. And if you don't, reach out to those folks. That way we can get you the answers on that.
Absolutely. For those of you who are in 9th through 11th grade, this also pertains to you, but a bit differently. So you're also being assigned grades for every single piece of work that is being submitted or that's being assigned. So whether you submit it or not, there's still being a grade that's attached to that. So please make sure that you stay up with your stuff too. Some of you guys in 9th grade, first semester was rough, and so this is an opportunity to really kind of clean second semester up so that you can start 10th grade out on a positive note. I also want to let you know that while the benchmarks have been relaxed for seniors with regard to FSA and EOC, or Algebra EOC, unfortunately that's not what the state has said with regard to 9th through 11th graders. So for those of you who are still missing an FSA ELA benchmark, or for those of you who have not yet taken the Algebra EOC, this is still right now, as we understand it, going to be an expectation for you. So let's say that I'm a 10th grader and I'm sitting in Algebra 1B with Ms. Lubunsky and Mr. DeSources, and I decided that like my year's obviously over because I'm good and I don't have to take that test anymore. Unfortunately, at this time, you do still have to take that test. We just don't know when that test is actually going to be administered. So we're not sure if they're going to do summer sessions or is it going to just wait till fall of next year. So we need you to make sure that you are paying 100% attention to everything that's coming out, that you're working very hard to continue to master those concepts and standards, because ultimately, you're still going to be responsible for that benchmark as we understand it now, based on what Governor DeSantis has said. Just a couple of other pieces.
I want to add one more thing for
go ahead.
seniors. Seniors, also, if you're still waiting on an exam for a previous semester, right? There's a few of you out there, we've been in touch. Ultimately, we're waiting to find out what to do about that. So I don't have an answer for you, right? So if you have any of those concerns, please just type in Jeremy Klein and Edsby. Shoot me an Edsby message. That way I can help you out with that. But ultimately, all of those senior type questions that you might have, we've already asked. And we're waiting on those answers for. As soon as we have those, we'll get them to you. But there's a handful of you that if you just take the semester exam, you'll get a half a credit for that course. And for whatever reason you missed it, and you missed it during the makeups, we're still trying to provide that opportunity. If not, we've requested a plan B, just haven't got the answer on that plan B, so we'll be in touch about that.
Absolutely. And lastly, this is really just for parents. I know that this is very, very stressful right now for you, for your family, for really the entire world, if I'm being 100% honest. So We understand that this is not a traditional situation and that there may come with that some anxiety, some fear, some stress, some overwhelmingness. We have a couple of things set up here at Leto so that if you or your students start to have any concerns or questions that really dip into the mental health piece, we do have people available. There's also a mental health hotline available through our school district, just to kind of help you map through anything or journey through anything that becomes really too much ultimately. The other piece of that is we are being very mindful of the fact, and we want you to be very mindful of the fact that it is not our expectation that you're homeschooling your child. That is not the expectation. Our teachers spent all last week setting up for success and making sure that they had assignments posted and things available, and that's why they're also creating office hours so that they can be the person and the source of information for your child, and that you don't have to. If I had to help my child understand Algebra 1 right now, I'd be the worst parent on planet Earth, because that's just not my skill set, and I don't understand the math that's currently being taught in lots of different ways. I jokingly saw the memes or whatever on Facebook that are like, my kid's about to learn how to carry the 1. That's the way that I know math, and even then, I don't know that I'd be able to support my kid in math in high school right now. So please know that that's not your expectation as a parent. The one thing that we're really requesting from you is that you're just engaging with your student to make sure that they're keeping up. That's what we really need your help with. We just need you as a parent to check in with your kid, make sure that they seem to be doing assignments, and maybe ask them to look at their EDSB. You can also see EDSB from your parent view to see what's being done and what's due and what's been submitted and what hasn't. So that's how we're asking you to partner with us. We are not expecting you to understand the content. We are not expecting you to homeschool your student. We're really just hoping that you can make sure your student logs in every day, stays connected with the teachers, and that they're ready to go so that we can assign them the grades so that they can move on and matriculate to the next grade level. So at that, we're going to pass it off to the other administrators. Guys, once again, we miss you so much. Ms. Graffio is going to talk about how we hope to see you on Wednesday, and we'll go from there. Talk to you soon.
Rock it out.
Easy.
Ms. Graffio,
Go ahead, Graffio.
can you go and check the girls' restroom by the auditorium? We got a call that there was something going on over there.
Sure thing. Hello? Anybody in here? Tracy, we are all clear in the girls' restroom. Hey guys. First of all, want to tell you, missing you a lot. School's just not the same without you here. Hope that this finds you and your family healthy and safe. And just know that we can't wait to get you back here at Leto so that we're all face to face again. All right, guys. So, as we do our e-learning, as you know, I am the queen of discussing, not showing our blessings. So as we're going into our e-learning, you can see that today I'm wearing a hat. Most of you are used to me asking you, take off your hat, take off your do-rag. Please don't show your blessings as we are talking about the 3 B's. And you know what I'm referring to, ladies and gentlemen. As you're in your homes, make sure that you're aware of your backgrounds when you are going live into your Zoom chats or your Nearpods, or you're videoing something that you're going to be putting online for your teachers or your classmates. Also, make sure when you are in your EDSB accounts, you're checking those daily. When you're submitting assignments, make sure that it is your work and it reflects your understanding. Be mindful that the work you're providing is letting your teachers truly know that it's how much of the information you understand so that they can give you the appropriate feedback. If you don't understand something in a lesson, guys, it's very important that you ask questions, that you attempt the assignment, and that you communicate with your teachers and with your other classmates. Communication is going to be the key for all of us during this time. As you've already seen, your teachers have posted things online regarding their office hours as well. Ms. McCoy already spoke to you about the fact that we're going to have our office hours so that you can get in touch with us if you're having any difficulties that you need to discuss too. In addition to that, we want to make sure that you're respectful, using appropriate language when you are in chats with your teachers and your peers, and that you are using a social appropriate etiquette online. And then last but not least, remember to be respectful. We're Falcons, we're a family. We want to get through this together, and we can do that by supporting one another. Missed you a lot. Can't wait for us to all be back together. Sending you lots of love. Bye, guys.
Everybody, this is Mr. Risher. I'm the night school principal. For you, those of you that are taking night school classes with Ms. Prado or in the evening time, you will be getting a phone call, whether I think it's going to be through Remind, just letting you know some changes that are happening with the exams. If you don't get that, please let me know. I have office hours from 10 to 10:30 and 3 to 3:30 every day. And that Zoom meeting ID is what Ms. McCoy would be sending out. If you have anything, please let me know.
Hey guys, this is Miss Artabasi. We're just going over a few things that you're going to need to know while you're out, or while we're all out away from our traditional environment. All administrators, including student affairs, myself, Mr. Klein, Ms. McCoy, we're all going to have office hours as well. So in case you need to reach out, if you're having any issues, having trouble getting on with, or getting information from your teachers, from 10 to 10:30 every day, we will have office hours. We have our own Zoom IDs as well, and Ms. McCoy is going to put that out there on EDSB, as she said earlier. We miss you. I miss yelling at you guys trying to get to class on time every day, but hopefully we'll get through this together. Stay strong, keep your mind, body, and spirit healthy, and see you soon.
Hello students, this is Mr. Eugene. Hopefully you guys are having a great virtual learning experience. Just wanted to talk to you about some virtual platforms that you'll be using during this time frame. Of course, everybody's familiar with EDSB, so you need to log into EDSB every single day. Your teachers will definitely be posting assignments, so make sure you log in to view those assignments. Also upload those assignments once you're done. Check your grades, because your teachers are giving you feedback on EDSB and are posting materials on EDSB. So it's very important that you're using that tool. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is our Zoom conferences. So your teachers will be doing some video conferences with you as well through that platform. They have AM office hours and PM office hours. So the best way to log into Zoom is through Clever. So if you're able to do that, great. If you're using your phone, you can log in through your phone. During that time frame, you'll be able to interact with your teachers, interact with other students in your class, ask your teachers questions, talk about different assignments, just like as if you were in a classroom. So best wishes on your virtual journey. This is new for all of us, so definitely reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns. But please make sure you log in every day and do what you need to do to be successful academically. Thank you.
Hey Falcons, one more thing. Wednesday, be looking for us in your neighborhood. We've missed you so much that we are putting together a parade. We will be driving through your neighborhood, waving with bullhorns, streamers, painting our cars to tell you how much we love you, miss you, and just saying hello. So step outside your front door, open your window, wave to us as we honk and yell and say hello to you. Wednesday, we'll be leaving Leto at 10:30. Look for us. Love you guys. Bye.
Hola Falcon Family, bienvenido de nuevo a la escuela. Te extrañamos mucho y estamos tratando de todo lo posible para que esta situación de aprendizaje a distancia funcione bien. Agradecemos su paciencia. Mrs. Graffio dijo una broma esta mañana, que hoy fue el primer día que todos los estudiantes llegaban a tiempo a clase. Tenemos un par de cosas que queremos hablarte de que son muy importantes. Inicialmente, su maestro del segundo periodo iba a tomar su atendencia. Eso ya no es el caso. Usted no tiene que preocuparse por la encuesta que está en EDSB. Siempre y cuando usted esté activo con sus maestros diariamente durante la semana, eso se utilizará como su atendencia. Es muy importante iniciar sesión en EDSB diariamente. Manténgase al día con sus asignaciones envía los trabajos, esto no es aprendizaje virtual. Estamos siguiendo las horas de aprendizaje de Leto. Es importante no dormir tarde. Las vacaciones de primavera han terminado. Es muy importante hacerse un horario a seguir como si estuviera aquí en Leto. Si usted está durmiendo y tratando de entregar las asignaciones a las 2 de la mañana, eso no va a funcionar. No es justo para los maestros y ciertamente no es justo para usted. Si la escuela comienza a las 8:35, es importante despertarse y comenzar su día. Asegúrese de que está haciendo sus tareas de manera oportuna. Los maestros están trabajando de 7:50 a 3:50 todos los días y devolverán su mensaje dentro de las 24 horas. Hay una lista con la información del maestro que se publicará en EDSB hoy. La mejor manera de iniciar Zoom es a través de Clever. El número de ID de Zoom estará disponible en EDSB para cada maestro. Por favor, tenga paciencia con sus maestros, ya que todos estamos tratando de navegar a través de este nuevo aprendizaje. Asegúrese de que se está comunicado con sus maestros también. Si todavía necesita una computadora, el señor Gerke le dará información al final de este video. Puedes mandar un mensaje por EDSB o puede ir a tinyurl.com/Leto Last Call. Nos gustaría aclarar un par de cosas que han estado sucediendo en las redes sociales. Muy importante, los estudiantes seguirían recibiendo calificaciones. Seniors, el estado de la Florida ha relajado sus puntos de referencia para la graduación. Esta es una oportunidad para toda la vida. ACT y SAT incluso han cancelado la prueba. Usted todavía necesita un 2.0 para graduarse y 24 o 18 créditos dependiendo del programa en el que se encuentra. Estudiantes en recuperación de crédito, es imperativo que entienda cómo funciona. Asegúrese de que se está comunicado con Mr. Flores o Mrs. Barrios. Así como la escuela nocturna, asegúrese de que está comunicado con su maestra Mrs. Prado. Los estudiantes de la escuela nocturna, por favor, contacten al señor Richard. Estudiantes de 9 a 11 grado, usted todavía está calificado y todavía necesita completar sus calificaciones de banco. No estamos seguros de cuándo se administrarán esas pruebas. Seniors, si tienen alguna pregunta sobre los exámenes anteriores, pónganse en contacto con Dr. Klein. Padres, esta no es una situación tradicional y si usted o sus estudiantes necesitan ayuda, tenemos gente disponible con la que pueden hablar. Estamos siendo muy conscientes de que no se espera que usted esté escolarizando a sus hijos en casa. Estamos solicitando que usted esté interactuando con su estudiante. También puede iniciar sesión en EDSB para ver asignaciones y mandar mensajes a los maestros. Hablar con usted pronto, te extrañamos, rock it out. El miércoles vamos a tener una parada de carros. Vamos a conducir a través de sus barrios. Habrá un parent mensaje enviado con información sobre la ruta. Esperamos verte afuera. El horario de oficina de administración y maestros será publicado en EDSB por Ms. McCoy. Cuídense y te vemos pronto.